everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Packers going up against the Jaguars. With that, I get to say hello for the first time to our new commentators this year, as I'm privileged to welcome in Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, the privilege is ours as we welcome our viewers inside Everbank Field here in downtown Jacksonville. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And partners, we look a little closer at these two teams. The Packers last year went from 12 wins down to 10. Meanwhile, the Jags, another disappointing season at 5-11.
But management has shown incredible patience, and they believe it's going to be rewarded this season. They think they have the makings of a team that can challenge for a division title. And Green Bay didn't win their usual amount of games last year, but they're always dangerous, usually one of the best teams in the league.
It's the dawn of a new era for us at EA Sports as the 2016 NFL season is underway. Here's Taiwan Jones on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the reigning rushing champ, it's Adrian Peterson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 6 yards to go here on second down. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. On the tackle, it's Captain Munnerlyn. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Breeze to throw on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Golden Tate, 52 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions. And whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Now a play fake here on first down. Backing up. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. They needed 14. They got 15 here on 3rd. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself. but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Golden Tate.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball. Then he made a nice tackle.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They come out here in the eye. On second down, Peterson. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. And oh, he leaped over him. Had a little bit of daylight. Alshon Jeffrey. Touchdown, Packers. Alshon Jeffrey, 83 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. They start on the ground with Elliott. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. One man in the backfield, Elliott. And they'll give it to him here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. It's his first career game, and now he has thrown his first career interception.
So let's face it, that's very simply his welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it?
Get it out of the way, right?
Get it out of the way, and he hopes it'll be the last for this game and not too many in his career.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. It's a loss of 2, now third down. 2 straight shots on the ground, now on third. Do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Zach Ertz, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers add on to their lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And just a simple, basic neutral zone infraction here, partner.
Yeah, when you're ready to launch and go get the quarterback, sometimes you take off a bit too fast.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
They'll come out in the pistol. And the hard count got the defense there. Encroachment and the 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic first down.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Complete outright to Kurz. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And some room to roam now. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Five wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Goff on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On second and 10, Goff. He's got time in the pocket, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing on third, Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And got his man complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Watch left. Tight end under. Check. Fresno. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to take another shot here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Ertz over the middle. Fighting through. And he'll work it inside. And now the Jags defense decided to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now Dan Bailey, 30 of 32 in field goal tries last year. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So we've reached halftime here on and hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through, and we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently. But that doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
Gone. And then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. 3rd and long. It's Goff. Finding time. The Fasano here brings it in. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Calling a gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And he connects with Ertz. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add it a little.
And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Adrian Peterson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Packers are pouring it on. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get off of me run and all the way into the end zone.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Goff now on second down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
On the return, it's Tate. Look at the spin. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. Now the offense lining up first and 10.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Breeze to throw on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. In his career, he has a spell of 10 straight seasons, 4,000 yards or more, only quarterback to do that. We're seeing more of it here in this one.
We better not take it for granted, because what we're watching, it's vintage Drew Brees, but it still is excellent.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
I know Adrian Peterson can run away from you in the open field, but he is not a guy that shies away from contact in goal line situations.
And this close to the goal line, they may turn to him again. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And from the 3 now, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Let's go, D.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing on third. Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They run. Peterson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Peterson. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Breeze to throw for it on fourth. And Tate's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Peterson alone in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd down following the run.
4 down. Check. Ready. We're waiting.
They run again with Peterson. A beautiful fake. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
4 down. Alert.
Breeze is looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Here's Breeze to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Packers, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head down to San Diego for a matchup with the Chargers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.